Once we were traveling in Tamil Nadu, and it was a very hectic tour. We would start traveling at 5 o'clock in the morning. We will have 5 o'clock breakfast, 5:30 we were out. And then every 20 kilometers there will be a satsang for Guruji, wherever he travels, And his rest will be in between, because in the night people would be with him until 1 o'clock, And next morning, 5:30 we had to be out. Hardly any sleep. And Guruji was sitting in the car. Amma was sitting, and one side was Vikram, one side was me. So now we are looking at Guruji, and Guruji is meditating, So slowly now we wanted to know, this is a great time to have 2 hours of traveling. So Amma, we heard some story about Guruji. Is it true? One story which is there in the book. And she said, yes. And she described, this is how it happened. Then she said, don't tell him, because he gets angry if I tell all these things. So we cannot even ask about all these things in front of Guruji. How Guruji teaches us by experience. He will not tell you in many words. He'll get you to do things and you get it. Like once, I was new at that time, and Guruji had said why something happened, and he said, why did you do it like this? So we said, oh Guruji, this happened, that happened, me and Prashant Rajore, So we said, this happened, that happened, and Guruji is saying, oh yes, that's fine. So the apex body sent you the recommendation, so you did it, okay, fine. They did their part of giving the recommendation. Why did you take this decision? So we are telling, no, but teacher also signed and the teacher recommended. So Guruji said, very good, yeah. So teacher recommended and the apex body recommended. Why did you take that decision? But so this went on. We are giving our arguments that we are not wrong, and Guruji is telling, no, why did you take the decision? And suddenly when I realized, I said, yes, Guruji, somewhere I am shirking my responsibility. No, I am trying to put it on somebody else. Responsibility is mine. Decision is mine. They can only recommend. You're right, Guruji. We should have applied our reasoning here and taken a decision based on that, not on the recommendation. And Guruji, that moment, he dropped it. After that, he didn't talk about anything. He said, yeah, okay, fine. He just kept it aside. And then, okay, everything is over. Now, next day, Guruji was in that Vishwamitra 13, So when there was music in the village, he will come from Shakti Kutir, because just behind Shakti Kutir is the village. And whole night they'll play music, so Guruji cannot rest. So he would come to Vishwamitra 13, that was his room. So 14 is Vinodji, 15 is me. So early morning, as was our practice, 8:15 we'll get ready and we will go to Guruji's Kutir. So okay, me and Vinod, we start and we see 13, there is no lock. Vishwamitra 13. So we thought, okay, Guruji is inside. So we were waiting outside. It's 8:15 already. So any time now, between now and 8:30, he will open the door, and suddenly the door opens. And Guruji is there. He's almost applying tilak like this, looking in the mirror. So we are outside the door, and I said, Guruji, आप है ना मेरे को महीने में एक बार ऐसे ही डांटा करिए, तो मैं 1 महीना सीधा चलूंगा. So Guruji was almost going to do that, and suddenly his eyes became so big. And he looked at me and he said, डांटना मेरा स्वभाव है क्या? So I was, नहीं Guruji. तो मेरा स्वभाव बदलने की कोशिश क्यों कर रहे हो? तुम बदलो. Oh my God, what a sentence. And he dropped it. But the learning was, yes, it is so easy to tell somebody, I won't change, you change me. मैंने बदलूंगा. मैं कुत्ते की पूंछी बन के रहूंगा. नहीं बदलूंगा. है ना? We never take responsibility to change. And Guruji just so simply said, why do you want to change my nature? You change. So simple, no?
This was about the Veda school. Initially it was established in Delhi, and the boys were not very comfortable there with the weather conditions and the food and everything up there, up north. So Guruji decided, I'll look after them. And everyone said, how are we going to look after 150 kids? And in his typical way, he just brought them home, and Pitaji and everybody else was they were looking after the children. There was Diwali, and everybody was, that early morning, just before the crackers, oil bath, and that's how the Veda school moved south, and then of course they moved here.
175 people used to live in, children were living in Guruji's house, in that Amma's house there. Just imagine, in your house, 10 children come and stay there. No? 175 children used to stay with Amma there. And everybody in that house, how much adjustments they would have made, no? This was 1981 or even, 1980. We were talking a few days ago, like Guruji's birthday is coming now, no? So what would be the best gift to give to Guruji? So what do you think? What is the best gift to give to Guruji? Yes. Because the only question he asks us is, how many of you have met Guruji? How many of you have not met Guruji yet? You not met Guruji, So, okay, wherever you meet him, I have been with him for about 25 years now. The only question he asks everybody around the world, wherever I traveled with him, is, are you happy? He never asks you what you have studied and how much money you have earned and how many achievements you have, what degrees you have, and how much you have done for people, how much sadhana you did, how much you meditate every day. Only one question he asks every time. Are you happy? That is his main concern, and that is his whole project in life. Spreading happiness. And all Art of Living volunteers just do that. And they are privileged to be able to give time for people. Like what does Guruji say? Who is his family? He says, the whole world is my family. Who is not mine? Wherever I go, I feel at home. You see, in that he does not know the language, but any country he goes for the first time, he is perfectly at home. Those who have traveled with him around the world, you know that. Or if you are from that country, you know when he comes to your country, came to your country for the first time. How was he? He was perfectly at home everywhere. And he says that my whole world is my family. We will have to take responsibility for our happiness. We will have to give priority to our health and happiness. So that is one gift we can give him. Next time he asks, are you happy? Without any doubt within, you should be able to tell him very honestly and truthfully, yes, Guruji, I am happy. I have taken responsibility for myself. Right? I think that is the best gift we can give him. Then, what other gift can we give him? We can give time for society. We have to give time for ourselves, and Guruji always says, give some time for society. We have our life. From our life, take 2 hours, 3 hours every week. Do something for somebody who is in need. And giving time to people is a great gift to Guruji, not only to the people. Because whose family is that? That is Guruji's family. So when we go and do seva outside, we are doing seva for Guruji's family. Right? So we are doing seva for Guruji only, isn't it? How much time can you hear knowledge? Philosophy, knowledge and all. After 10 minutes, 15 minutes, what happens to you? Your mind goes to sleep. It is too heavy for you. No? But however sleepy you are, or you were tired after playing when you were a child, you came back home, you were very tired, you were about to sleep, and your grandfather said, once upon a time, long, long ago, far, far away, what happened to your sleep? No? You were so interested. No? Those who are lucky to have grandparents in your house, tell you stories every night. You remember those days? नहीं? दादा दादी नाना नानी कहानियाँ सुनाते थे. We still remember those stories, right? And you cannot resist once upon a time. You can resist knowledge. The only thing is, once upon a time, here in this country, now, it's not far, far away and long, long ago. It is here and now and in this country. And who's the most authentic person who can give us what Guruji is? Who's that person on this planet today? Is Bhanu Didi only. It's not after he became a guru or became famous for other people. Guruji was like that from the childhood. And she had the same experience of what we are feeling. She had that from her childhood. Each one of you is a guru story. Those who have been with Guruji for a long time, but just look at your life. How many anecdotes you have yourself as your personal experience, how your life transformed, how miracles happened in your life, which you never believed before. No? Because we are all educated people and believe in what we call as science, where you don't believe what you're supposed to believe. No? So we question everything, we somehow think that it is science. But yet, in spite of that education, how there are things that you never thought were possible happened in your life. If somebody asks you, Guruji, tell me about your Guru, what will you tell? You will tell Guruji the statistics. That Art of Living is 155 countries. It is the largest NGO connected with the United Nations, volunteer-based NGO. You know, so many rivers rejuvenated, so many prisoners have been rehabilitated, all that you will say, no? So many places he has brought peace in the world. We only know him as Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, the statistic. But Sri Sri Ravi Shankar as a personality, well, it's going to take more than a lifetime to know that, right? If you have to experience everything. So when somebody asks you, okay, tell me about your Guru, can you just tell or do you get confused? I get confused. I don't know what to tell about him. I can only tell about how much peace I got in my life since Guruji and his knowledge came into my life. Isn't that the same with you also? Otherwise you tell about Guruji, you don't know what to talk about him, because that personality is those who have been with him for a long time. He is so vast. That personality is so big, it's very difficult to put into a few sentences or a talk. It's very difficult. Can you describe him in one sentence? One journalist asked me in South Africa. I was thinking how to describe Guruji in one sentence. Then I realized what was different about Guruji. You know, there are so many things common among all human beings. What is different? I found that he is the most human being I have ever met in my life. And I looked inside. He's so practical about everything. He's so human about everything. And that simplicity, that naturalness, that spontaneity, that concern, that love. Someday if somebody makes a movie on him, it's going to take several sequels and still the work will be unfinished. No? Means what can you write about a person, or what film can you make about a person who's perhaps the most magnetic personality walking on this planet today? No? He's a phenomenon. I mean, just see what's happening through him. or because of him, or his knowledge, all his volunteers, all his organizations and all what's happening around the world, it's a phenomenon that has never happened in history before. In such a short period of time. The best introduction to Gurudev is the Art of Living course. No book can really tell you what Sri Sri Ravi Shankar is. But when you do the Art of Living course, what happens? That dimension that opens in you, that gives you an idea what sort of a personality Sri Sri Ravi Shankar is. To be able to give this sort of a technique and this knowledge that can transform people's consciousness in just 18 to 20 hours. No? 18-20 hours ka course hai. And what happens to people? Everywhere they do this course, life is just transformed. And that is the best introduction of Guruji.